Being told you're too sensitive can cause significant damage. Those words invalidate us from our true selves and pathologize one of our greatest human traits. This has had profound impact not just on me, but all of us highly sensitive people. A highly sensitive person or an HSP possesses information very deeply, including emotions, thoughts, and sensory inputs. I believe that high sensitivity is a very unique trait that can be leveraged for great success and fulfillment. In this video, we will talk about why sensitivity is an incredible strength and how we can use it to level up our game in our careers, relationships, and personal endeavors. Let's dive in. My name is Lydia, and here I introduce psychological principles to guide you on your journey of personal growth. If you like my videos, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you. I wish I could pinpoint the very first time when someone told me you're too sensitive. I wish I remember how it changed the way I perceive myself and when I began to believe there was something inherently wrong with me. The truth is, I've heard those words way too many times than I can count. If you're like me, you've been called too much of something. Too sensitive, too emotional, too dramatic. Being told you're too sensitive is essentially being told that your sensitivity is too much. When looking into this topic, I realized the internet is full of content for highly sensitive people, our symptoms, survival tips, and self-care routines. It feels like high sensitivity is being framed as a mental health problem that needs to be solved or cured. People forget to mention that 15 to 20% humans are evolved to be highly sensitive. It's the same with animals as well. Scientists believe this happened in order for us to identify potential threats in the environment, alert one another. If anything, high sensitivity is a normal, healthy trait that probably saved our ancestors many times. Which is why, despite the number of times you've been told that your sensitivity is a weakness, I want you to come to understand how remarkable this trait can be. Before being able to harness its great ability, you have to accept yourself and see your sensitive strength from a positive lens. Now, let's look at how being highly sensitive can be a powerful asset in your career, relationships, and personal growth. Highly sensitive people have a heightened ability to sense the emotions and feelings of others. This empathetic nature allows us to connect deeply with colleagues, clients, and stakeholders. While working in consulting, I onboarded different project teams constantly and often had to jump straight into working with a brand new team. By noticing nonverbal cues and picking up subtle nuances, I was able to quickly grasp the different personalities and working styles I was dealing with, and using this knowledge to influence and persuade people in order to drive collaborative success. HSPs also tend to be deep thinkers. Yes, you might find short, fast-paced content rather overwhelming and unfulfilling. Side note, I personally find it really hard and overstimulating to spend any time on TikTok. I'd much rather prefer content like YouTube videos, books, podcasts, and sometimes research papers. This love for deep thinking learning can drive us to succeed in academic and research fields. With this ability to sense and process large amounts of information, we often develop a very powerful intuition. I think this is similar to how training data can empower a language processing model. This gut feeling helps us read situations accurately. We often just know what's the right thing to do. But precisely because of this volume of information we process, it is crucial for HSPs to stay focused on high-level goals and avoid being overwhelmed by excessive details. By trusting our intuition and maintaining a clear vision, we can navigate complex work scenarios and lead confidently. What are some ways being sensitive have benefited you in your career? please share with me in the comment section below. In relationships, it is so important to prioritize quality over quantity. I cannot emphasize this more. I honestly wish I could go back in time to tell my younger self this. Now in my late 20s, I've finally learned to embrace the fact that I simply cannot handle too many people at once. My favorite analogy is whenever I step into a room full of people, it feels as if there is an invisible string connecting me to each person. When they feel emotions, they pull on that string, and I end up feeling the emotions too. So part of being caring, empathetic, and emotionally responsive means you can't possibly do this for everyone. Think about it. If you're already using such a significant amount of mental and physical energy in your relationships, it must be far more rewarding to limit social circles to a few meaningful relationships, to people whom you actually care about, and then develop long-lasting bonds. Another gift that we possess is the ability to understand multiple perspectives. Precisely because of our empathy, we can easily see beyond our own viewpoint and consider the feelings, motivations, and thoughts of others. This skill makes us really good at resolving conflicts, diffusing tensions, and finding balanced solutions. To a highly sensitive person, setbacks can trigger intense emotional responses, which is why it is crucial to approach new endeavors gradually, allowing yourself patience and space to grow. By taking a mindful approach, you can uncover your true passions without feeling overwhelmed or overstimulated. One of the greatest assets of HSPs lies in our profound ability to find joy in life's simple everyday moments. Yes, because you feel everything so deeply, you'll feel happiness and pleasure more deeply as well. This capacity to derive satisfaction from small pleasure is your secret power, as it serves as a source of motivation and perseverance. For instance, I love running, and the reason why I keep doing it is because I find immense joy in the daily training process itself, not just in achieving the ultimate goal of racing in a marathon. For us HSPs, this simple pleasure, everyday continuous positive reinforcement keeps us engaged and passionate about our pursuits, which means so long as you've found your passion and what gives you joy, it is far more likely for you to persevere through your endeavors. Also, because little moments can bring you so much joy, you're naturally skilled at delayed gratification, which means you can focus on the long-term goals despite having to suffer a little bit in the moment. Regardless of what you're pursuing, you can expect positive outcomes, including academic success, physical health, psychological health, and social confidence. Remember, being highly sensitive does not mean you're too sensitive. Your sensitivity is a personal strength and a gift to the world. I encourage you to tap into this unique trait of your sensitivity. The world needs it, you need it. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time.